That would be very, very good if you can do that. There we go. We'll see what's what. Helga, how's the weather where you are, says Jerry. Dinky-Doo, fantastic stuff. That's what it's all about. We've got some new stream chat as well. Tremendous. Now, were you all with us there, guys, or did we lose you? This is what I want to know. All right. Did we lose you or were you with us? That's what it's all about, isn't it? Fantastic. Hello, you're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Oh, this is Derek here.
Hello, Derek. How are you, Lala?
Well, thank you very much. I just wanted to say, your ratings, they go up when you're not on.
Yeah, it's fantastic stuff, Derek. The same with yourself. I noticed that, yes. When you're not on, the ratings go up. Good stuff. Excellent. So that's Derek. We like that. Still on TikTok? Yes, we're on TikTok. And how are we doing on YouTube? There it is now. You're live. Excellent, Chris. That's what we like. Our YouTubers enjoy it. There we are. Are you on YouTube just now? Yes, we are now. I remember phoning into your radio show in 1996 when I was a boy and you were an old man. You're still an old man, but so am I now. That's right. Absolutely. How fantastic is that? Scottie, so good to find you here. Used to love listening to you on the wireless many years ago. Uma, so good to have you with us. Give us a call and let's get some chat. We're finally on, Kirsty, says VJ. I don't know what went on, VJ. I'll tell you what I think. I set up the stream to let everybody know it was on. And I thought that the two streams might start at the same time. But they didn't. So there we are. So at least now we know. Good evening, Scottie. Good evening, Anthony. Good to have you with us. Hi, VJ. We're finally on. Wonderful stuff. We are on YouTube. Fantastic. Can everybody joining us on YouTube make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel? Good day, Scottie. Great to see you today. Fantastic. Lol, says Gleave. Don't worry about Derek. It depends on his medication. Scottie, can I phone you, please? Of course you can, Flying Norseman. The number is across the bottom of the screen there, and you're very, very welcome to use it. My mum thought you were brilliant. She listened to you relentlessly. She's a really big fan. Aha! Who have we got here? You're live at Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, Scottie. It's Martin.
Martin, just one call a night, remember.
My call didn't go through at the start because I had a slight error.
No, your call went through. We all heard it.
Because it didn't come on YouTube until about 10 past.
Oh, right. Okay. Well, anyway, we are here now.
Okay.
So that's good stuff. Excellent.
The thing was, take a high road. I'm on 207. I'm on 267 now with Mrs. Martin's shop now at the moment.
Right.
So that is what I'm doing at the minute, and I got a lot of stuff for Christmas as well. My New Year was good as well.
Good, Martin. And you got you were telling us you got all the bath bombs?
Yes, bath bombs, tablets, loads of Disney PGs, arts and crafts stuff, lots of stuff, toys, different loads of stuff.
Fantastic. Well, listen, that's you now up on YouTube, so you'll be able to get your call.
Yeah. Plus, Emma's got a new bracelet for my mum. I got Emma a new engagement ring, but the ring was too small, too big for her. But I need to change her size now, so
you have to change that, Martin. Yes. Never mind. It's the thought that counts, and you've got the ring.
And I'm hoping to get married this year as well at some point.
Hey, listen, keep us up to date with how that all goes.
Yes, I will.
And many congratulations to you both.
Thank you.
Fantastic. And Dinky-Doo.
Dinky-Doo. Love you. Bye.
Love you lots. There we are. That's Martin. The TV seems to be worrying people not use online. If you ever want to have a chat in the show about this, let me know. Chris, I don't know what you're talking about, but we always like a chat. Hi, Scottie. Happy New Year. Hello, Angela. Interesting one for you, Scottie. I work for a UK charity, and one of the things we see regularly is queries about online safety and bullying. Yes, I've got you now. Hello from Dumbarton. Hello, Gavin. We've been chatting here since 9, says Helga. Hi, Kirsty. I'm away to Twitch, says VJ. Yes, we're on Twitch as well. There we are. Scottie _ McClue. Scottie is world famous, says Flying Norseman. Hi, Scottie. You're not on YouTube tonight. We are now, Chris. So check your YouTube and you should see us there. Top of the morning, Scottie. Good day. And thank you very much. It's not live on YouTube. Try it again, Chris. It should be now. It says waiting to join. Have you joined us now? In his heyday, the Scottie McClue Show had over, I don't know where you've got 10,000. We had 250,000 listeners in its heyday. There we are. What do you think of Sid James? We love Sid James. Scottie, why is Britain as an island got the 6th highest COVID rate in the world? Well, I think they mishandled it at the start. Scottie, cut off Martin, please. So there we are. Why? What do you not like about Martin? My goodness sake. Happy Hogmanay. Who are the people in the pictures? That's me. Evening, matey, says Blue. Blue, lovely to have you with us. And a big dinky-doo from Scottie McClue. There we go. Lots of stuff. There's Kirsty. Yes, we have. What have we got here? Hi, Scottie. Happy New Year. Thank you, Angela. Very, very much appreciated. Now then, who is this calling? Let's just see. You're live on, Scottie. Who's that? Oh, nobody. Right, nobody. A quiet person. Give us a call, folks, as soon as you possibly can. Lots to talk about tonight and so little time to do it in. We are very, very busy on here and we want to hear from you. Scottie, I'm a lonely man. Thank God for the Scottie McClue Show. Not at all, Flying Norseman. Never be lonely. You're never on your own. There we are. There's lots of us here. Gixer, thank you for my beautiful TikTok lollipops. Gixer has just sent me 4 beautiful TikTok lollipops. I love it. There we are. Evening, Mr. McClue, says NJ, and everybody else in Airdrie. Oh, we like Airdrie. Fantastic. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hi, Scottie. It's John.
Hi, John. Are you dinky-doo?
Yeah, I'm dinky-doo.
Lovely to hear you, and thanks for calling in. Wonderful stuff. Always good to hear these guys. Flying Norseman, sorry to hear that, pal. Get down the pub and talk to people. Well, no, maybe the people that Flying Norseman wants to talk to are not in the pub. Have you ever thought about that for a starter? So there we go, guys. I think that would be fair. If you want to do that, dinky-doo, I say. Now then, what clan emblem on the Piper's hat? That's it. Well, you've got to tell me. The badge is the Hand of Justice. Oh, man, I miss your radio show. Well, I think the whole nation does. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Evening, Scottie.
Evening. Who's that?
It's Ewan.
Ewan. How are you getting on? Ewan from Barra.
Yes.
Yes, Kamaraha Umaha.
How are you, man?
A dinky-doo. What's happening in Barra tonight?
Nothing. The weather's poor.
Is the weather poor, Ewan? Is it sort of like, if you look out, is it closed in or can you see?
You can see pretty far.
You can see quite far, but it's raining, is it?
Yeah, and blowing a hoolie.
And blowing a hoolie as well. So on a night like that, do you just stay in?
Yeah, or we go to church.
You'd go out to church and all the rest of it, yes. And does everybody meet at the church?
Yeah.
Fantastic, Ewan. Lovely, lovely to hear from you as well. And there's a lot of people sending you regards here.
Oh, that's nice.
That's pretty good, isn't it? So you're part of the scene now. How are all the boys? Are they okay?
Yeah, they're doing fine.
Yeah, Gixer says you're sounding a bit down tonight. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're fine now. That's excellent. We love Barra, says McCLUE. What about that?
Amazing.
I mean, you've got a lot of friends on here. Well, I'll say to you, Aiche Vamaha, and keep warm.
Okay,
Hey, a DINKY-DOO.
DINKY-DOO.
Top man. That's our Ewan from Barra. There's a lot of people from Barra are into the Scottie McCLUE phone in. Scottie, what nights are you on live? Is it just a Saturday? Flying Norseman, it's just a Saturday at the moment. And we'll test the water and see what is what. And then we will decide. We'll decide as a people. But I was on every weeknight, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And I do a big day job as well. And I thought to myself, I'm going to wear myself out doing this. So that was it. So we've decided on a Saturday. We thought that was best. Hello, you're live on Scottie McCLUE. Who's that?
Hi, Scottie. It's David. How are you, son? You all right?
David, son. How lovely to hear from you. And DINKY-DOO.
Good, son. That wee last guy from Barra. I wouldn't like to stay there. I'm really concerned about Barra. You know, I hope they're okay.
I hope they're okay. He was sounding a bit fed up, wasn't he?
Aye, seriously. You know. Anyway, Scottie, how are you?
And he didn't have a lot to say for himself.
No. I wouldn't like to stay in a wee place like that. I could have really concerned about mental health states, you know, just stuff like that.
Aye, well, I think it must be very, very tough at the moment, to be quite honest with you. David, what are you thinking of our big Saturday night?
Well, it's okay. I mean, honestly, I'm just concerned about you because we know you're are you okay, Scottie?
Oh, I'm absolutely fine. Am I not looking okay?
You look great, of course, but the thing is, obviously, you've got to get your own time back to your health.
Aye, this is it. I need to get myself back to full health, as they say. But I do want us to build the phone in.
Yeah, we're still looking for new people. You're doing your job.
You know, and I love that old Dafty from London with her. See, when you're no on, your ratings go up. And I thought, well, it's the same with you. When he does me phone us, the figures go up, you know.
There you go. You know, and I love the wee hat, son. I love the wee hat.
Do you like my wee hat? I thought I'd put it on tonight. I looked at the collection, because as you know, I've got an extensive collection. And I looked at the collection. I thought, we'll put on the Glengarry.
One day you're Australian, next day you're the Glengarry.
Aye, we'll get the Glengarry on, because with the Glengarry on, the New Year's show went down an absolute cracker, David. Everybody's loved it.
Yeah,
you know.
That's good, son.
What about this? Listen to this F document. Is David secretly Martin?
David secretly Martin?
Aye.
No, not at all.
They get a wee bit carried away, I think.
Aye, they do,
They've had too many conspiracy theories.
See, these people come up with all these stupid silly things as David Secret Martin. These people should come on and speak into your ear.
Aye, come on and actually have a chat, and then we can discuss it.
Aye, instead of all that nonsense, my God.
I know, it's so funny, isn't it? The keyboard warriors. There we are. There's Suzanne and Susan are on. Fantastic. And Suzanne says, daughter had my phone. I'm late. If I go again, she's took it again. Yes, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Fantastic. Now, David, listen, what about yourself and John? Are you having a nice time?
Well, we're okay. As I said, we were well during that period.
You had that COVID?
Yeah, Scottie. Bad. But I don't want to, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I mean, I've got all that stupid COPD stuff, so I'm a bit worse.
Aye, well, if this is the worry, of course, you're just to get the old bellows working.
Aye, well, that's it, Scottie, you know, but I'm all right. But I'm sick of this thing. You've got to take a test all the time. No, you don't. Shut up. You don't.
Well, I mean, you can keep testing and testing and testing, but at the end of the day, I'm wondering with this new one if they'll just let it go for the herd immunity, you know?
Aye, because it's going to go to a normal flu in the next 2 years.
And people have immune systems.
Aye.
You know, I mean, and you don't want your immune system not to be, you know, if something else takes over and says, we'll try and see if we can stop you getting this, then you don't want your immune system to go, oh, well, and no point in me bothering then.
I know. Then again, the doctor said if you had it one time, you won't get it again. But I don't know if that's...
Well, you see, none of them actually know. They're all just kind of making it up as they go along. You know, because none of them actually know, because how can you predict the future?
You can't. That's what I'm saying.
You know?
I can't get up in the morning. I can't wake up in the morning and go, I'm going to go and get a test. I don't want to live like that.
I mean, if they could predict the future, they'd have said, listen, just to let you know, in about 10 years' time, there'll be a pandemic caused by something that gets out a lab in China, you know?
Yes, yes. I mean, there's always going to be some sort of a situation with pandemic and the bird flu and stuff like that with the birds. And do you know what I mean? Seriously, you're like, oh, please give me a bloody break.
Aye. Listen, what about this? Oh, this takes me back, says Jeanette. I loved your late night radio shows. Isn't that lovely? And there's the wonderful Scottish TikToker. Scottish TikToker, I'm not going into detail, but feel free to repost that stuff.
Scottie, I've seen you on the news in England. I've been watching you on the news in England on YouTube. What a job you've done. Amazing.
We loved all that. We loved all that, Martin. We left calling you Martin there after this guy says sounds similar.
Well, I'm not Martin, I'm David, okay?
Here's Chris saying, Martin and David, keep up the calls, ignore the trolls.
That's right. Listen, whoever that guy is, I am David, I am not Martin.
Correct. Scottie, you're looking a lot better, says Charlie Johnson. Loving the big Saturday night. Love to hear you on your squeeze box. And Robert McHardy's joined us from Montrose. And he goes, get on to LBC. I'll tell you what is coming up, I found out, David. There's a new talk television station starting, but it's starting in London.
Are you going to try and get involved?
Well, the problem is that this stuff, they always do these things in London, and they don't have a great track record of a success.
Right.
Because everybody goes, that London's nah. It'll be all the same folk, you know what I mean? And you don't want that. You need new stuff. And I always remember when a new station started, and at that point, Scottie McCLUE was one of the hottest talk talents in the world. So I rang this guy. I says, good morning, it's Scottie McCLUE. He goes, oh, hello. I said, would you like to have a wee coffee and a chat? He went, I don't think so, mate.
See, that's a bit cheeky when people do that.
I don't think so, mate. At that point, you know, I could have made them all millionaires.
Yes. People can be really rude, Scottie. You know,
very strange. I don't think so, mate. And then I looked him up, and he was just a wee guy with a suit on. And I thought he wouldn't know. He wouldn't know if he was sitting the right way around in the levee. Do you know what I mean?
Aye. There's a lot of rude people out there, really rude.
Very, very cheeky, you know, that sort of stuff.
Hitlers, you know, so.
I remember, though, I can remember calling some very, very senior people, and I said, would you like a chat? He went, oh, I certainly think so. He says, I can't see you today. Could you come in tomorrow? I love that, you know.
We love a good chat. I mean, we all do. Do you know what
I think it's important. But see, I mean, I'm not bigging myself up here. But see, if I got a call from Scottie McCLUE, I would be saying, "Get yourself in here, sir." Absolutely.
I've got one for you. Right, I know your wee puppies, dogs died a long time. Why don't you put a puppy fund up? Because people would help you, including myself.
Oh, I know. Listen, it's wonderful. But at the moment, I think I won't just now because I'm still getting over the last wee guy because I adored him. But he was 14 and a half, David. And he wasn't, you know, he had 10 years of that embolism, which meant he walked a bit funny, you know. But he was such a great wee guy. He used to hop up in the chair and then just pull the wee leg up behind him, you know.
The memories, that's your wings, children.
It's the way, well, it is very, very funny. It really is. I always remember a lady saying to me, she says, could you stick that sock on that wee one for me? I says, I says, he'll just kick it off again. She says, oh, give it here. For goodness sake, have you never put a sock in a wee one? I says, no. She says, what about your own wee ones? I says, Labradors don't wear socks.
Labradors are beautiful dogs. All I know they are. They don't wear socks. No.
It was quite funny, you know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
There's Wadge. There's Wadge. Now, Wadge goes away back. All these beautiful people that have been listening to Scottie McClue for 29 years. And there's Wadge coming on from Manchester. That lovely. DINKY-DOO, says Wadge. Ian's shouting here, hashtag end London rule. You'd have to go something to that, I'll tell you. So there you go.
I'm just looking at your lovely white teeth.
Are they all right? Oh, somebody's just given me a huge baseball cap.
That did, right? Wow, very good.
And I was wearing it on the TikTok for a bit. Too many tumshies calling in. Get them tilts. We love it. No, you're fine. You're absolutely fine, dear boy. But listen, look after yourself and look after your bellows.
You too, son, and I love you,
And
Scottie,
I love you to bits. And I'll tell you what I did. I put up one of your calls on the TikTok videos and the YouTube, so you'll see it.
I'll see it.
Because your calls are outstanding.
I want to see it. You're my uncle, Scottie.
Yay! Love you loads, Dave. Cheerio, Lala. Woo! Bye, La. There he goes. That's our Davey. What a great guy, though. I mean, he really is a super chap. Scottie, you were talking about your wee puppy there. My guide dog collapsed and died in the street while I was out walking. This happened back in May. I'm waiting on a replacement. So sad. You agree? Oh, Johnny, because the bond between somebody who's visually challenged, see what I just did there, and their guide dog is massive. Absolutely massive. So they are fantastic. Bless you, John. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you're an incredible man, and they're going to get your replacement. But you can never, I think, replace a guide dog. You can just have another one. There we are. Now, there we are. Oh, it was brilliant. I think I phoned in 1 or 2 times, says Jeanette. Herd immunity. Have you dafties not seen the hospital numbers? I've doubled in a week. So there are cancer patients are suffering. I know. And the thing is, have you dafties realized that if you had something like that, there would be room for the cancer patients? There we go. Because there's very few people actually in hospital with the new variant, I believe. Hi, Scottie. Me and my sister used to listen to you years ago. What a laugh. Thank you, a case of you. There we are. Herd immunity. No, listen, the herd immunity, I'm not saying let's do it. I'm saying it might just happen, you dafty. So there you go. So don't be doing that. You're absolutely doing brilliant, says Gixer. Thank you, Gixer. You're a top man. And thank you for your beautiful gifts. Tremendous stuff. Guys, can we all share the live, please? Can we follow me on TikTok and subscribe to the Scottie McClue YouTube channel? Every single subscriber is solid gold because we love you guys. And if you subscribe, you'll get your notifications. Here we go. You're live on Scottie's phone in. Who's that?
Hi there, Scottie. Charlie.
Charlie, how are you getting on, La?
Happy New Year.
A happy new year to you. How lovely to hear you. What's happening?
Lovely to hear you. You're looking bra.
Am I looking all right?
Aye.
You're very, very kind, Charlie, because I was through the mill, you know.
I know.
But I'll tell you what's perked me up, Charlie. The Hogmanay show was a massive, massive success.
Yeah, great. It was.
You know, and I mean, you were there, you know.
It was magic. Did you enjoy it yourself?
Listen to this, Broxy. Completely confused with what I've said here, going off the deep end about nothing. I'm trying to try taking a loved one to hospital just now. You can't get them admitted. Herd immunity. No, what I'm saying, Broxy, it's nothing to do with me, right? I'm not advocating that. I'm saying it could happen. You didn't hear properly. Now you're going off on one because you only heard a half because you're so up yourself. So there we are. So I've told them straight there, Charlie, you know. They get away in one, they hear one word and they think, oh no! They don't listen to what you're telling them. You should always listen to every word Scottie McCLUE utters and then they'll learn.
I know.
What about this? Wait till you hear this, Charlie. Wait till you hear this. Ian says, I'm trying. I did the long walk to freedom in 2020, 1,140 miles around Scotland in 74 days, promoting the digital covenant. And so there we are. Isn't that fabulous? Hashtag you yes yet. So there's somebody that believes in Scotland.
What's the digital covenant?
The digital covenant, I don't know, but we'll find out. And what's the digital covenant every day? Hello, Scottie. Have a lovely day. DINKY-DOO to you, says Rebecca. All the best, Scottie, for Jojo and Hilly. Scottie, COVID's not daft. I don't know why people say it is. I'm waiting for major surgery. I've been told that an urgent operation is going to be around 84 to 109 weeks. Gee. The NHS are doing such an amazing job, says Chris. The work they put in, it's amazing. Absolutely, Chris. But I'm not having people listening to stuff and going off at half cock, you know?
I know, you can't sleep.
What's happening with yourself, Charlie? Did you have a nice time?
More or less.
Aye, not too bad. You're not telling me the whole story, but that's fair enough. That's your business.
Working hard.
Aye, you're a grafter.
Just about. But, yeah.
You're a hard-working man. Do you get a bit tired of it sometimes?
When the heating's on too high.
Aye.
And it's on too high tonight because of the snow yesterday. I was out driving in the snow and...
Oh, what was that like? That was terrible.
Wasn't it?
Oh.
It was quite
I'm not big on snow and ice, I have to say.
Black ice is the worst.
Black ice is your real nightmare.
Trying to get to work. I'm trying to go up in the dark mornings, getting to work.
Driving in the dark, then you're driving home in the dark. It's just everywhere's dark. We need sunshine.
You bring a bit of sunshine, Scottie.
Oh, well, lovely man you are. You really are. That is a lovely thing to say.
More milk.
Yep. Charlie, lovely talking to you, and we'll catch up soon.
No, just wanted to say as well, you can't burn yourself out. You have to always look after yourself first.
Well, I realised that. I mean, I was doing it. I mean, you know, I don't get anything from this or whatever in financial terms, but we get a wee bit of money in sometimes to help with the computer equipment. You know, and I just know that this will go very big. So it's an experiment. You know, and you just have to work away. But we were doing 6 nights a week plus the day job. You know, and I think that's just too much. So we'll do the big Saturday nights and see how everybody goes.
And you can allow me to phone in every now and then.
Of course I can. You can phone in anytime. Hey, a DINKY-DOO la.
Thanks, Scottie.
Top man. Cheers, all the best. What a fine fellow. There we are. Here, Scottie. Just ignore them. The NHS are doing an amazing job. Did you forget to give me and Big Chris shout? No, Pavrand. I never forget anything like that. You should take over from Nicola Sturgeon. Thank you. She's doing a good job, though. Hi from Port Glasgow, Scottie boy. Hi, John boy. Happy birthday to Stevie. Get that muppet off. Sorry to hear about the wee dog. Yes, I know what you mean. Great collar. It's Jeffrey. Great collar, says Mac. Who are the people in the pictures? That's me. Encourage your viewers. Absolutely. The covenant's a cesspit of nationalism. But Joseph, surely a bit of nationalism's very good for the country. I would have thought. Who is this? You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Hello?
Hello? Who's that?
Hello, Scottie. It's Neil O'Gormley, Esquire.
Neil O'Gormley, Esquire. How lovely to hear from you.
Yeah.
One of our top folk singers.
Yeah, well, not just folk.
Everything. And Neil, you're based in Bournemouth.
I am indeed.
There you are. You see, I'm not just an athlete.
That's right. What I was saying was, I had a lovely time over New Year as my older sister came down from Manchester to spend some time with me and my daughters.
Fabulous.
And we were having a lovely time, you know, going for lunches, showing her around Bournemouth, the Christmas lights and whatnot. And we went to my ex-wife's pub for the bells.
Oh, lovely.
She was having a fantastic time until 12:30, half an hour into the new year. She got up to go to the toilet. Her leg gave way and she fell and broke her hip.
Oh, for goodness sake.
So it wasn't a great start for the new year.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
Well, tell her I'm asking for her.
Oh, well, she was put into Poole Hospital. Poole is a small town outside Bournemouth.
I know Poole very well. Yes, it's a seaside town, isn't it?
Yeah.
Poole in Dorset,
She actually got operated on Thursday, and she got another new hip. After getting a new hip on the other side last September, so she likes to go on holiday a lot. She's called the jet setter.
The jet setter.
But she said after this new operation, she'll have trouble getting through security.
Of course, because she'll have a bit of metal in there.
She also got a false knee as well, so she could be held up at holiday time.
Oh, you can't joke at all at airports now, you know. I mean, you used to be able to have a laugh, you know. Somebody say, did you pack your bag yourself? You said, no, the butler did it. That's why we're flying £9 to Alicante. Has your luggage been unattended for any length of time? That's all been in the loft for 6 months.
Exactly. That's some silly questions.
Oh, aye, but you've got to just go with the flow now. They went away with my aftershave one day, so I just stopped taking it with me, you know.
Yeah, well, they've taken some of my aftershave a few times, so I got a smaller bottle. I won't tell you what type it was.
No
advertising. But that was small enough to, you know, take through with you. But as for my sister, she's still in the Poole Hospital. They'll be transferring her back up to Manchester Monday or Tuesday.
Right. Scottie McCLUE is asking for her.
I certainly will.
And we're sending all the love on the planet directly to Poole Hospital right now.
That's fantastic. Just, you know, she had a great New Year apart from the fall. So she'll be okay, I'm sure.
I hope so.
I didn't manage to tune into your New Year show, obviously, because I was with my sister.
You were with your sister and you were doing the right thing. But I'll tell you, if you can go to the Scottie McCLUE YouTube channel, you'll see it on there and you'll be able to hear it.
Well, I'm subscribed on that anyway, so I'll have a look.
Yes, you're definitely. It's there in the videos, and I think it says the Hogmanay Show, and it's about an hour and a half. And believe it or not, you don't have to listen to the whole thing at the one time. I get these dafties that go, Scottie, some of your videos are a bit long. I say, do you not fancy just listening to the first half minute then?
Yeah, you can skip on.
You know, they're so daft. It's so strange.
Yeah,
people don't think things through, you know. I always remember a load of church preachers, vicars, ministers, all that, and they were in this group, and this guy was addressing them, and he said, so what to do is, he said, if you put up your screen at the front there, and this guy said, excuse me, he said, some of my congregation are quite elderly and they like to sit at the back. And he looked at him and he says, well, do you think maybe on this occasion you could ask them to sit at the front?
Yeah, exactly,
It's so funny.
One thing I always do when I'm doing a gig, I'll be doing my mic test, you know, 1 2 1 2, testing 1 2, and I'll always say, if there's anyone up the back can't hear me, put your hand up. And there's always one puts their hand up.
Fantastic. It just is. It's an absolute laugh. Yes. If you're no here, can you shout out?
Yeah. the one good thing about Hogmanay is I don't my Glengarry.
Ah, wonderful.
I put on my guitar.
Good.
And I sang the Limerick song, Body Banks of Loch Lomond,
Oh,
up until the bells.
that would go down an absolute storm.
Oh, it did, yeah.
Yeah, they love it. That one and Auld Lang Syne, My Ain Folks, another one that a lot of people start greeting at.
Yeah.
At him in dear old Scotland with My Ain Folk.
Yeah, I know all those old Scottish songs, but I usually end any gig, especially down here in England, with the Body Banks of Loch Lomond.
Ah,
everybody
beautiful.
loves it, you know, so the pleasure of doing that right up until a minute before the bells.
Fantastic, Neil. That's great. And it's so good to hear you.
Well, I've been quite busy the past couple of weeks. I've missed your 8 o'clock shows. I kept forgetting you were on at 8 o'clock.
Ah, well, don't worry. We've stopped doing them now because I was burning myself out.
Right.
I was doing six nights a week plus a full-time day job.
Right. So, did you take some time off?
Well, no, I had to. We had a week in a physical collapse. I thought, oh, I'm not feeling well. So that was fine. So I had to have a few days just calming right down, you know.
Right. I can understand that, yeah.
But we're fine, you see. See, the trouble is people like you and I, people don't realize that we do the work. You know, I get annoyed at folk that go, do you know how hard I work? So I just tell them I've never done a hand's turn.
Yeah.
And that annoys them. But I've actually worked since I was 12.
Yeah, well, since about 13.
Ah, you'll be the same.
That's when I started playing in bands, just a young boy.
Aha.
You know, I've done that all my life. Apart from other jobs, like I worked in hospitals for a lot of time.
Yes.
I was a student psychiatric nurse for a while.
Fantastic experience because you meet the lot in that.
Oh, yeah, it's exactly that. But are you feeling okay now? Yeah.
Feeling fine, Neil, absolutely. And this has just been amazing, this Saturday night show. You know, it's just huge.
Yeah. So, what's the score? You're not on every night now?
No, we're on 9 o'clock on a Saturday night, and that's it for now.
Right, understandable. But I'll certainly tune in if I'm not working next Saturday night also.
And if not, you'll get them on Catch Up on YouTube.
Yeah, I can do that as well.
Fantastic. Lovely to hear you, Neil. And I hope your sister's okay and strength to you.
Well, I'll let her know you were asking for it.
You better. And DINKY-DOO.
All the best, Scottie. Happy New Year.
See you, Neil. Happy New Year, lad. What a top man. There we are. That's Neil O'Gormy, one of our top singers. And he corrected me tonight. He said, not just folk singing. So there you go. And his poor sister fell and broke her hip on New Year's Eve in Hogmanay. An hour's about right, says Pavrand. I think so, Pavrand. Scottie, when COVID disappears or the numbers drop, you should do a wee tour. I should, Chris. I think that would go well. So there we are. Charlie says, Scottie, you need to talk to the head union and get your hours cut at the bakery. That's right. Loving the hat, Scottie. Thank you for my pandas. Do you do stand-up? I do, Gixer, but I was asked to sit down. Dear girlies, come and join us. How beautiful is that? What's happening here? You're live at Scottie's Phone In. Who's that?
Hello, it's Gordon, Scottie. How are you doing?
Oh, Gordon, how lovely to hear from you. Happy New Year.
And to you.
Guys, this is the wonderful Gordon Roddick I'm always telling you about.
I just want to thank you for all the nice things you said about me a couple of weeks ago when you were chatting on another radio show. It was very good of you.
Oh, no, not at all, Gordon. Every single one of it as true as you like, I can tell you. And I'm hearing the evidence right now. It's so lovely to hear that voice again.
You know, Scottie, you and I are both very interested in the spoken word.
Yes.
Isn't it interesting how language changes and evolves?
Yes.
For example, up until a few years ago, people in Scotland would say, I was sitting there doing something. People down south tended to say, I was sat there. But now people up here in Scotland are saying sat.
Yes, I
For
was sat
example,
there. And also stuff creeps in, Gordon.
does.
The news started about a year ago saying we're thinking in ramping up the injections. And now the term ramping up, yes, we're hoping to ramp this up. Now, that means nothing unless you own a car ferry.
That's right.
You know, to ramp up something, you know, is what you would do before the car ferry leaves for Dunoon.
That's right. You're on two different programs from Scotland, River City and Two Doors Down recently. The characters have said, I was sat there doing... I would never say that.
No.
I would still say I was sitting there.
I was sitting. And I got corrected recently because if I was talking, I would say, well, you and I, Gordon, and somebody said, no, it's actually you and me.
Well, it depends. If you're saying you and I are doing something, but so-and-so is coming to see you and me, it depends how you...
Absolutely. And I mean, like you, I've loved the power of words, but now people go, yeah, I get that. And yeah, we're looking for closure. You know, it's all these sort of strange things, you know, and a sort of new kind of sarcasm. You know, it's just very interesting. But I decide what to join in and what not to.
That's right, yes.
You know, I don't think we'll be using that expression. And good speech. I always remember the night that you and I were working together at Scottish Television. And you said, we're just coming up to the news. I'll just come to you. And we did the news. And the boss phoned. And you said, the boss has just phoned to say, enjoyed your news.
Oh, I don't remember that.
And we sort of looked at each other. Oh, I think we're a bit concerned he was watching.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, that was the thing. But I always remember the boss phoned. I thought, oh, for goodness sake. Because, as you know, you just get on with it. And you don't kind of look to the right or left, or you, whether you're controlling all the transmission or whether you're actually reading the news. You just have to get on with it, you know.
That's right. Well, my very first shift as a senior transmission controller was the night that the SAS raided the Iranian embassy in London to free the hostages. So, I mean, I was sitting there, my first shift, expecting just to go by the routine sheet with all the timing of the commercials and everything, because everything went haywire, which just live from the embassy the whole night. So that was my first
oh, Gordon, what a baptism of fire. You know, and I mean, literally a baptism of fire. But I remember that. Do you remember you saw the SAS going in and then just this huge blast? And the guy, after the blast, the guy was still standing. You know, they obviously knew exactly what they were doing. But people don't realize this, that every television company, gentlemen like yourself, have to recalculate everything. I think, well, what time are we at now? And what happens next? And I always remember when this lovely chap was training me, and he said, if you can't get the in time from anybody, try and get the out time.
Yes, that's it. It's all split-second timing.
You know, he said, well, when are you coming to? He said, we don't know. We'll come to you when we come to you.
Yeah. Well, we have to be split-second time. I mean, even now, on the rare occasion I go to the theatre, I look at my watch. It's supposed to start at 7:30, and maybe it's got 25 to 8. The programme hasn't started yet. And I think to myself, in our day, this programme started at an exact second.
Yes. It did. I mean, sometimes, for instance, Coronation Street was advertised at 7:30, but it might start at 7:31:28 or something like that, you know. But and everything ran all day, and we opened at 9:25:00, and we would close to the minute when the clock was up. I mean, I loved the whole experience, Gordon. You know, it was a marvelous experience. And then, of course, the radio. You're always talking exactly to time to meet the news and things like that. And with Scottie McCLUE's show, I'd just be blethering away. And then you would think, oh, here. And I'd be watching the clock, but we made it not sound like that. So I would say, well, Margaret, you take care and we'll catch up soon. Now the news.
Anyway, it's very nice talking to you again.
Gordon, a privilege. Do you find you've got a built-in alarm clock? So when you sit down, you'll put the television on and the news starts?
Usually, yes. Yes, I do that, yes.
It's wonderful.
But even now, if somebody said to me, can you count 25 seconds? Well, in my mind's eye, I can see the clock in the control room going 1, 2, 3. So I can count pretty accurately because I can just see the clock in my mind's eye.
Well, you see, you were that rare hybrid creature, the unicorn of broadcasting, because you had both sides of it. And still, you know, I can talk for 10 seconds.
Yes.
You know, if somebody says, right, talk for 10 seconds, I'll say, there you are.
You know, I started my broadcasting career on the radio and with Children's Hour on BBC, then STV, and then back on the radio and finishing up announcing on BBC. So I've been very grateful for all.
Oh, not at all, Gordon. It's been a privilege to be listening to you. What I was going to say to you, did you start with Kathleen Garskadden?
That's correct.
Auntie Kath.
It was with Kathleen, yes.
Yes,
and
wonderful.
There's actually on BBC website, there's actually a clip of Kathleen being interviewed by Cliff Hanley many years ago. It was wonderful to see that again, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. And was Melville Dinwiddie still involved at the BBC then?
I don't think so.
No.
That was about 19...
Would that be 57?
50
Yes, fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, there were I've said, and there was two. There was an Andrew Stewart.
That's right, Andrew Stewart.
Andrew Stewart was a controller as well. I remember these names. And the Gaelic singer Neil McCLUE.
That's it, yes, I remember that. Yeah.
Wonderful. Oh, great, Gordon. Wonderful. What a privilege to talk to you. And lovely to hear you. You're sounding just as fantastic as ever.
Nice to speak to you, Scottie. We'll speak soon again.
I hope so, Gordon. Bless you, and thanks again.
Pleasure.
Happy New Year, sir. There we are.
Bye.
That's, guys, that's one of the loveliest people you could ever hope to meet. I mean, a real consummate professional. And Gordon joined us as one of the first announcers on Scottish television in 1957. I worked with him in the early 80s. I was privileged to work with Gordon. By that time, he was a senior transmission controller responsible for everything that you saw happening on your screens. Just amazing. And there he is, phoning us up tonight and sounding absolutely fantastic. He could be reading the news right now. How's your Christmas? What's Christmas like in Scotland? Well, it was, of course, a bit difficult because we were in a kind of semi-lockdown situation with the COVID. So you couldn't go bananas at Christmas time in Scotland. So there we are. Now, who else have we got here? Swamp, we don't slag people off on here. We're not a knocking shop. So there we are. I can tell you. Right, guys, we're going to have to dash from the TikTok. What a privilege to be with you tonight. And DINKY-DOO. So there we are. That's the TikTokers have had to dash off. I'll go back to the telephones. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Hello? Hello? No, they are right. Listening to the stuff back. He hadn't turned down his radio stuff. Give us a call as soon as you can, guys. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that? Well, he's dialing us again. You're live on Scottish Phone In. Who's that?
Oh, what a guy he was. Oh, my God.
Is he not just amazing?
Oh, my goodness. Seriously. I listened to every chat and you and him, all the past. Oh,
that's a huge name in Scottish broadcasting, Gordon Roddick.
Amazing.
Well, national broadcasting.
You and him together have got a lot of great, amazing history.
Oh,
Scotty,
David, we could have talked there all night.
Oh, brilliant, Scotty. What a night that has been. That's been good.
Tonight has been just outstanding.
Honestly, I need to let you go, but I'm so excited for that last.
Did you like that? Did you not hear that wonderful voice?
Oh, he's so like gentleman.
Yes,
you know.
yes. Oh, he is an absolute gent, and he's immaculate, you know.
You know, and thinking back to years ago before I was even born, you were speaking about years ago.
Yeah.
And I just thought, wow.
Well, I was just fortunate. I got to work with Gordon, and you know, and he was wonderful. And I think he didn't probably set out to intentionally show me stuff or teach me stuff, but you just learn from these wonderful people.
Man, wonderful.
You know, you learn, and just listening to him, I mean, the richness of that voice there, you know.
It was special. It was special.
Oh, David, that's great. That's so kind of you to ring in and Dinky-Doo.
You too, sir.
And you take great care of yourself, my son. We've got another 10 minutes.
I'll see you next Saturday.
I will see you, Lala, and Dinky-Doo.
DINKY-DOO, Scottie. DINKY-DOO.
Dinky-Doo. There we are. That's our Davy. What a super guy. Just ringing in to say hi. He wasn't using a second call in case anybody who's narrow of mind says, well, we'll bring that up. That was him just phoning in to congratulate the fact that he'd heard Gordon Roddick. Excellent voice from Gordon, still sounding well. Indeed, Jerry, Gordon could go and read the news right now and would be spellbound. Get well soon, Dee. Is Dee not well? What's happened to Dee? Let me see what you've all been at. Right. Night, see you next week, Jerry. Hello, you're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Somebody's still trying to get through to their granny or their Auntie Fanny. There's Elise. What a wonderful man. A beautiful voice. Yes, Elise. That generation of continuity announcer in ITV had outstanding voices. You know, I'm thinking of people like Gordon there, you know, just marvelous voice. Philip Elsmore at Thames Television, Redvers Kyle, Clive Champney and Alan Cartner at Border Television, Neville Wanless and Bill Steele at Tyne Tees Television, Clem Shaw at Tyne Tees Television and Border Television. You know, there's a whole list of these outstanding people. You're live on Scotty's phone in. Who's that? Hi, camera hau, hakima numpty he'd falchi. Kid Emily falchi don. The phone in with Scotchuk McCLUE.
Aye. Okay,
Ken, okay, the new.
How you doing, Scottie?
I listen, Numpty Head tonight has just blown me away.
Well, I fell asleep till 9:30 there.
Well, it obviously blew you away as well.
So I thought I better get in now before you go away for the night.
You'd better had, because we've only got another 7 or 8 minutes. 7 minutes.
Well, listen, I can talk for 7 minutes.
Oh, you could talk for 7 years.
Anyway,
It's lovely to hear you, I'll tell you that. Wait till I see. Hi, lovely to see your handsome self. I've been unwell, says Dee. Aha. Right, well, as soon as you're well, Dee, you give us a call. I thought you'd fell out with us, says Suzanne. Cliff Hanley, the olden days TV license was £5. Not at all, says Dee. Happy New Year, Scotty, says Kevin. Kirsty says Dinky-Doo. Hi, David, says Dee. Happy New Year, says Frank Meyer in Australia. Good morning, Scotty. Dinky-Doo from Australia. How's the first lord of the internet? Is that not amazing? David's second call. No, Susan, that was a congratulatory call. So that was a slightly different thing. I love hearing all these old names, says Alice. Oh, there's so many of them. Alice, outstanding broadcasters that used to just make ITV zing along. Yes, indeed. So Numpty Head, I want to know, what are you? Were you at the caravan?
No, I was in the house, Scottie.
You stayed in the house. I didn't want you getting blown away.
I can't go out when the phone is on, you know.
Aye, that's right. I knew somebody would come on and go on about a second call, you know what I mean?
Oh, you always get the odd one or two.
You get the odd one or two, they want to just, you know, I say milk for the pussycat to these people, you know.
Now, Scottie, I've got a moan.
Oh, you've got a moan. Did you come on with a moan?
Aye.
There's Big Ian saying the caravan of love.
Aye, this really, listen to this, Scottie.
Right, go on, go on.
This really grinds my gears.
Is this serious?
All right, you get television game shows that maybe start at 8 o'clock and they're only
Ken.
on till 8:30, right?
Ken.
They spend the first 10 minutes asking, hello, what's your name? Where are you from? What do you do? Who wants to ken all that rubbish? You want to watch a game show? No, listen.
I know what you mean. I'll tell you what grinds my gears. And it's not the telly, it's the internet. Somebody comes on to say something or to play a tune, and they sit there going like this, watching themselves, fiddling with their hair and pretending to tune up. And you think, just come on and play your tune and get off.
I'll tell you, you normally get that way television presenters when they're doing a live outside feed.
Aye.
They didn't ken they're on the camera and they're still...
Well, the one that absolutely grinds my gears, your words, not mine, I love it, is things like, they all begin, they go, Professor Numpty Head, you're at the scene, what's happening? Well, Scottie. I think, no, never mind, well, Scottie, just tell us what's happening.
Well, Scottie, you've got a point.
You know, good evening, Scottie. Yes, thanks for joining us. Thank you. Thanks very much for joining. Oh, thanks again. You say, just tell the people what you're doing.
Absolutely. And listen, do you know another
Susan
thing
tells us she's not narrow of mind, so that's good to know. Good, Susan. We don't want that. There we are.
Listen to this, Scottie. I've got one more point.
Suzanne goes, Numpty Head is a moan. Who'd think it?
I know. When do I ever moan?
When would you ever moan, Numpty Head, for goodness sake?
A first time for everything, Scottie.
Oh, aye, these things can start.
Now, another thing I should be moaning about is the...
Hey, wait to hear this, Numpty Head, right? Because you're a big phone-in man. Good evening, Scottie, from a wee flat in Moscow, says JD.
A wee flat?
A wee flat in Moscow. So we say to him, Привет, JD, and do svidania.
Well, I've not got a clue what you said, but I hope it was speaking highly.
Oh, it was a fine piece of Russian talk. Do svidania is just good night.
There you are. Well, there you go.
Here's Jerry. I also enjoy listening to ex-BBC announcers, late 70s, early 80s, the television centre in London. Now, the BBC is going to be 100 this year.
Is it really?
Yes, and I can go back to when it was 50.
You can go back to when it was born.
Aye, I can back to the start. John Reith and I sitting at night going, what we're going to do?
Absolutely. Now listen, that call you had there with the wonderful Gordon Roddick. Fantastic call, Scottie.
Oh.
And I do remember Gordon when he had a wee stint in that Edinburgh talk station one time.
He was on Edinburgh. He was on Radio Scotland as one of the top newscasters. And he, of course, was one of STV's first announcers. And he was also on the drive time show on the Edinburgh talk station. Ah, right. Right. Yes. Oh, no, the Gordon is a very, very experienced broadcaster. Absolutely. There you are. Well, it was a fantastic call that you had, William Scott, and obviously we'll be looking forward to many, many more. There's Big Ian says, I went for a walk a few days ago. A crisp walked by. I asked if they wanted a lift. They said, no, we're walkers. All right. Very good. Am I supposed to laugh? No, you're fine. I'll laugh for you when you get home. Well, I'll wait till I get the joke, Scottie. I'll wait till I get the joke. I'll be a wee while till you get the joke. I'll tell you that. You're still getting some of my early ones. Absolutely, Scottie. Right, we've only got a minute. Can I say thank you to you for all your support? No, you can't. All right, fair enough. I'll no bother then. Right, Scottie. You take care of yourself and DINKY-DOO, son. Right, see you next week. I'll see you next year. Cheery bye. Cheery bye. That's your Numpty Head. Guys, we are out of time. Tonight has been outstanding, an absolute blast. And we've had so many brilliant, brilliant people on. And we've had a huge audience as well. For that, I'm eternally grateful. Join us next Saturday, 9 o'clock sharp. can every single one of you, and I mean it, subscribe to the Scottie McCLUE YouTube channel? Because then if you tap the bell, you'll get your notifications when I pop up live random. So I will expect 30 of you to subscribe right now. I'm going to have to go. Sorry I'm late to the party. Good night, Billy Ness. Good night. God bless. Good night, everybody. Take great care of your dear selves and stay fabulous. Ta-ra!